Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylane. Yesterday we saw the preposition of place, les prépositions de lieu. Today we are going to see the preposition of time, les prépositions de temps. On the book we are going from page 125 to 128. So just like yesterday, we have three different types of preposition of time. We have the simple ones, that's basically the one that you're going to encounter the most. And then we have jusqu'à, jusqu'au, etc., which mean until. And then durant, pendant, pour. Very easy, don't worry about it. Let's start with à, en, dans. Technically, we've seen all of them. We saw a little bit of dans already in the last lesson, but not as a preposition of time. So let's see à first. À is used to indicate the exact time that something is going to happen or happened. Le rendez-vous est à midi. Le rendez-vous est à midi. So this is very precise. À midi. Then we have en. En is used to indicate the amount of time that it takes to do something. We saw it. From the moment when you start to the moment when you finish, that's the time frame that is expressed with dans. With en. Not dans. With en. For example, il a fini son examen en 1 heure. Il a fini son examen en 1 heure. So from the time that he started to the end of it, that was in an hour, en 1 heure. That's the time frame, nothing more, nothing less. Okay? And then we have dans. Dans will indicate the amount of time before the beginning of something. So here we don't know how long the action is going to take. We just know when it's going to start. This is very different than en. Nous partons dans 10 minutes. Dans 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, you're leaving. But you don't know for how long. Okay? Dans is going to open a time frame in this amount of time. When en is just about the time frame. Okay? We have three other ones for the simple ones. We have après, after, very easy. On regarde la télévision après le dîner. On regarde la télévision après le dîner. I know that I use very simple vocabulary. This is on purpose. I want you to focus on the grammar and not the vocabulary that you don't know. Then we have the same thing for avant, before. On prend un café avant le travail. On prend un café avant le travail. Before work. Depuis, since, for. For us, we have only depuis. And we've seen this one many times already, especially in the conjugation course. And I keep referring to it every time we see it. We use it mostly with the present tense. And we use it to talk about an ongoing action. J'enseigne en ligne depuis 2019. J'enseigne en ligne depuis 2019. I guess that's about me, but I did not remember writing this one. So, I have been teaching online since 2019. I have been teaching for us, j'enseigne. Okay? If you use depuis, you're going to use the present tense. So, since 2019, depuis 2019. Exercise 2.18. Now, jusqu'à, jusqu'au, jusqu'aux, jusqu'en, jusqu'où. Actually, jusqu'où, jusqu'en. This one can have many translations. We have until, which is going to be the one that you encounter the most, until, before, to, and up to. We use jusqu'à, jusqu'au, jusqu'aux to talk about a duration. So this one, I added it here even though it's not only about time. The one that you're going to see the most is going to be about time, but there's other ones such as distance, we're going to see them, but it's not always about time, but I just have all included here because otherwise it was just like separating them and there is no reason for that. Hope it makes sense. The layout of the book was not that easy to decide. So let's start. Jusqu'à, jusqu'au, jusqu'aux is going to be used to talk about a duration. So until, use the exact same way. Until. Mostly until. Nous serons en vacances jusqu'au 19 mars. Nous serons en vacances jusqu'au 19 mars. So with a date, you are going to have au, jusqu'au, AU. Plus que 2 mois jusqu'à Noël. Plus que 2 mois jusqu'à Noël. So here we have O and we have A. I should have added one more for AUX in the book, so I'm going to add it here. Plus que 2 mois jusqu'aux fêtes de fin d'année. Plus que 2 mois jusqu'aux fêtes de fin d'année. Now I told you that we don't always use jusque to talk about the time. We can also use it to talk about the distance. And here we are going to use jusqu'à, jusqu'au, jusqu'aux as well. On voyage jusqu'à Londres. On voyage jusqu'à Londres. Il court jusqu'au parc. Il court jusqu'au parc. To talk about a distance, mostly in questions, we are going to use jusqu'où. Jusqu'où. Ou, OU with the accent means where. So basically, until where. Jusqu'où est-ce qu'il doit aller? Jusqu'où est-ce qu'il doit aller? Until where does he have to go? Now we have two use for jusqu'en. The first one is to talk about a time frame from a moment to another, including years or months. Jusqu'en. Il a jusqu'en juin pour étudier. Il a jusqu'en juin pour étudier. So he has until June to study. And the other one is to talk about a destination, including a feminine country. Cette personne a marché jusqu'en Chine. Cette personne a marché jusqu'en Chine. So that was for jusqu'à, jusqu'au, jusqu'aux, jusqu'où, jusqu'en. Now a little bit of confusion with durant, pendant, pour. Durant, pendant, pour translate mostly to during and for. First, let's focus on durant and pendant. The one that you're going to encounter the most is going to be pendant. Durant is basically a synonym. Whatever you use with pendant, you can use it with durant. Both indicate the entire duration of an action, a specific time frame. Let's see. J'ai dormi pendant 8 heures. J'ai dormi pendant 8 heures. Il a nagé durant 1 heure. Il a nagé durant 1 heure. So you can just switch them. J'ai dormi durant 8 heures. Il a nagé pendant 1 heure. It really doesn't matter. Mostly if you want to sound more casual, just use pendant. This is the most used one. And if you want to sound a little bit more, let's say, advanced, well, you can use durant. Another way that we use durant and pendant is to talk about general situations or vague future actions. Je commanderai ce livre pendant la semaine. Je commanderai ce livre pendant la semaine. Or, je ne travaille jamais durant les fêtes. Je ne travaille jamais durant les fêtes. Once again, you can just switch them. Je commanderai ce livre durant la semaine. Je ne travaille jamais pendant les fêtes. Okay? Now, pour. Pour usually translate to for. And this one can be replaced by pendant, but not by durant. It's basically used to express a duration in the future. So situation that we know the beginning and then we know the end. Okay? Because we just saw durant la semaine prochaine, it's very vague. So then you can use it in the future. But here, we know the time frame. So this is going to be pour ou pendant. Let's see. Je serai parti pour 3 jours. Je serai parti pour 3 jours. Je serai parti pendant 3 jours. Je serai parti pendant 3 jours. Il viendra pour 1 semaine. Il viendra pour 1 semaine. Become il viendra pendant 1 semaine. Il viendra pendant 1 semaine. So basically, if you don't know how to use pendant, durant, pour, well, just use pendant. When you're good, you can do the exercises 2.20, 2.21. Tomorrow we are going to see all the others prepositions. Very useful as well, but they didn't fit into the time or the place. So I will see you tomorrow. À demain.